how do we know Jesus was the Messiah? Messiah means anointed one. To be anointed means to be chosen for a special purpose. God anointed Jesus, and Jesus willingly volunteered to die as a ransom for Adam, putting into motion a plan that will bring all who have ever died back to life in God's future kingdom. The Old Testament scriptures were written by various authors over 1,000 years before Jesus would come. With God's help, these Old Testament writers prophesied, meaning foretold specific aspects about Jesus' life, so people living in New Testament times, and all of us today, could identify that Jesus was the Messiah. So, to prove that Jesus was the Messiah, God's anointed one, we go to the prophecies of the Old Testament. There are hundreds, but here are just a few. The Old Testament writer Micah said the Messiah would be born in Bethlehem, and sure enough, many years later, that's where Jesus was born. Hosea said God's son would flee to Egypt, and that's exactly what happened when King Herod wickedly ordered that all baby boys should be killed. Joseph took Mary and the baby Jesus to safely hide in Egypt. Psalms prophesied how God's teachings would be communicated through parables, meaning through his son, the Messiah. A parable is a story meant to teach a lesson or show right from wrong. Jesus taught using many parables. Isaiah prophesied the Messiah would be rejected, and it's true that many Jewish people, his own people, did not accept Jesus. In Psalms and Zechariah, we learn how Jesus would be betrayed by a close friend for 30 pieces of silver. We know this was Judas Iscariot, who accepted that exact amount of money to reveal the location of Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane so the chief priests could arrest him. Most tragic of all, Psalms prophesied that the Messiah would die by painful crucifixion. We then read about this happening to Jesus in the 4 Gospels. So, how do we know Jesus was the Messiah? The many prophecies of the Old Testament, written thousands of years before Jesus came, point to the details of his life that prove that no one else could have been the promised Messiah. There are many exciting prophecies in the Bible that have yet to come true, and God's faithful people eagerly await them. Thank you for liking and subscribing.